Hey guys, before we get this video started, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be giving away an $8 million Megalodon shark card to help one of you guys prepare for the Diamond Casino Heist update. That giveaway is currently going on my Twitter account, so I will leave a link to that in the description. And I plan on announcing the winner about a day or two before the update releases this week. So you've got plenty of time to enter. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And one of you guys is going to be walking away $8 million richer, which should help you prepare for all the new content coming in this update. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about how much money you are going to need in order to buy everything and all the new content from the Diamond Casino Heist. And although Rockstar haven't revealed a ton of details so far, we do have a general idea, and looking at things they've done in the past, we can kind of figure out what's going to be in this update and how expensive it's going to be. So let's start with sort of the biggest thing that I think is going to be in this update, and we'll work our way down. And that is that we're actually going to have to buy a new property. Rockstar calls it a commercial venture. It's a retro arcade business that is going to act as the nerve center for the heist operations. And they also give us details on some of the upgrades that we can add. Now, before we talk about all of that, for this, I think we need to look at the properties that Rockstar have added in previous updates. So in the Finance and Felony update, Rockstar added the CEO offices, which are between $1 and $4 million. In the Bikers update, they added the clubhouses, which are between $200,000 and $500,000. In the gun running update, they added bunkers, which were between $1.1 and $4 million. In the Smuggler's Run update, they added the hangars, which are anywhere between $1.2 and $5.7 million. In the Doomsday Heist update, they added the facilities, which were between $1.25 and $5.8 million. In the After Hours update, they added the nightclubs, which were about $1 to $2 million. In the Arena War update, they added the workshop, which is between about $1 and $4.4 million. And most recently, in the Diamond Casino and Resort, you had the Master Penthouse, which was between $1.5 and $6.5 million. Now, the reason there's such a big variation in a lot of those, like $1 million to $6 million, is because it all depends on what upgrades you ultimately do here. But I still think that gives us a good idea of how much Rockstar is going to charge for this. Now, in my opinion, it sounds like this arcade is going to be more like a warehouse and less something like super luxurious and, like our Master Penthouse. So I certainly don't think it's going to be as expensive as like the $6.5 million range. I would suspect it will be similar to the nightclub because it's going to act the same way, where you've got like a business side up front, but then you've got like an underground nerve center for your heist. Again, very similar to the nightclub, where NPCs will be on the top and, your business and stuff will be run at the bottom. Now, Rockstar have confirmed that looks like there's going to be a lot of upgrades that you can do here, like the ability to store equipment. I guarantee you that's an upgrade. Having garage space, that's definitely going to be an upgrade. The Master Control Terminal, which will allow you to basically run your other businesses, I can guarantee you that will be an upgrade. And same with the other things, like practicing hacking keypads or cracking vault doors. Like, I guarantee you Rockstar is going to make you pay for that stuff. It's not just going to be included. So I think the base price for this will probably be around $1 million or $2 million, and you could easily run it up $2 or $3 or $4 million in upgrades. So who am I kidding? It might be as expensive as the Master Penthouse, but I think that's the range it's going to be in. It's what we've seen in previous properties that Rockstar have introduced. This one just looks like it has a lot of upgrades. And it's interesting because it's completely separate from the Master Penthouse that we owned in the Diamond Casino and Resort. Now, I don't know if you're going to need to own one of those in order to actually start the Diamond Heist, because Rockstar only sent out that text messages to people who own a penthouse. So like if you don't own a penthouse and if you've not done the story missions, are you going to be able to complete the new heist? Like, you wouldn't think Rockstar would just basically say to those people, nope, you can't do it. But at this point in time, are they expecting everyone to have a penthouse by now? I'm not sure. That's something I guess we're going to find out when the update itself actually arrives. So now that we've got the new business and property out of the way, let's roll over to the vehicles. Now, we don't know how many new vehicles are going to arrive, but we can very easily tell based off of previous updates. Let's run through them. Some of the biggest updates we've seen so far. In the Finance and Felony update, we received 14 new vehicles. In the Cunning Stunts update, we received 15 vehicles. The Bikers update gave us 21. Import-Export gave us 22. Special Vehicle Circuit only gave us 4. Gun Running gave us 19. Smuggler's Run also gave us 19. The Doomsday Heist gave us 30 new vehicles. Southern San Andreas Super Sport Series gave us 15. After Hours gave us 15. Arena War is kind of an anomaly because there's like all the different variants. Technically, we got 46 new ones, but there's like 12 vehicles, I think, that have 3 different variants. So it really wasn't that much. And then most recently, the Diamond Casino and Resort update gave us 22. So you guys can kind of see a pattern there that if we throw away the anomalies like Special Vehicle Circuit and Arena War, then on the low end, we're kind of expecting there'll be around 15. And on the higher side, we might expect something around 30. Now, I think a more reasonable amount would be somewhere like 19 to 22 vehicles, which is a range in which we've seen in the past. And I also think at this point, we can kind of guess how much each vehicle is going to cost. This is not the Grand Theft Auto Online of old, where all the supercars and all the vehicles will be below $1 million. Some vehicles are going to be 2, 3, 4 million, maybe if they're weaponized or armored. And then you're going to see sort of on the lower end, they'll be around $1 million, maybe a little bit less than that. So if I had to take an average, I would say that each vehicle is probably going to be around $1 million to $1.5 million. So just do the math right there. If you get 15 vehicles, that's like 15 to 20 million right then and there. If you have 20 vehicles, that's like 20 to 25 million right then and there. And that doesn't even include the customization of these vehicles, which we know there's going to be a ton of. It is unfortunate that Rockstar hasn't told us about any of the vehicles, at least so far, other than that one, which we'll actually talk about a little bit later in the day. But regardless, I expect there to be a lot of cool vehicles in this update, and I also expect them to be fairly expensive as well. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's move on to what I think is going to be the next biggest thing, and that is the weapons. So I think from the artwork that we've seen so far, Mark II weapons are going to be another big part of this DLC. Just like they were in Gun Running, and I think the Doomsday Heist, did it have some new Mark II weapons? I'm not sure, but I know for a fact Gun Running added some new ones. And basically the way that works is you just use like one of your new properties or vehicles to essentially transform the gun into a new variant. And there's lots of different upgrades like bullets and attachments and paint jobs that you can put on there. So depending on how many you can do, it can go up to like $100,000, $250,000 per each gun. So I wouldn't say it's going to be a huge part of this update, but you might need an extra $1 million or so in order to get all of the new weapons. And that amount is very much on the high end. It could be a lot lower than that. Now, after that, I expect Rockstar will add a lot of new clothing in this update. That's something we saw a lot in the Diamond Casino and Resort, whether it's going to be heist gear that we would use on the various preps and setups and missions, or whether it's more clothing to use in the casino. And that's another thing to consider as well. I wonder what Rockstar is going to put in the casino store. And that raises an entirely different category of, are you going to need more chips for this update? Are some items only going to be able to be purchased at the casino store? I'd imagine since a lot of this update is going to be centered once again around the casino, that Rockstar would continue to build off of the updates that we saw in the update that came out earlier this year. And if that is the case, it's kind of hard to say how much money you'll need because your chips will carry over from this update. It's not like your chips from the previous update will be invalidated for whatever reason. So save your chips because there's probably going to be a lot that you can spend in the new update. Now, outside of that, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of other miscellaneous things too. They might add new items to the casino store, artwork for your penthouse, a couple of other things that you could end up purchasing, accessories, masks, and stuff like that. Who knows what other features Rockstar might include in this update that cost, various and miscellaneous amounts of money. So you want to just have a little bit extra for whatever Rockstar might decide to add. Now, whether you love it or hate it, one thing that's definitely going to be a part of this update with the new content that you can buy is drip feeding. Probably with the vehicles only, but there might be some clothing and weapons that have drip feed aspects to them as well. That means that you won't have to purchase everything, or I should say you won't be able to purchase everything on day one. So even though you might need an insane amount of money, you might not necessarily have to have all of that on the first day. You might be able to do the heist a couple of times and make more money to be able to buy all of this. So that is a good news as far as like your wallet goes. But anyways, getting on to what I think your final total amount is going to be, I think conservatively, if you have $30 to $40 million, I think you should be okay. And remember, that's if you want to buy everything. Max out your arcade business, buy all the vehicles and upgrade them. Same with the weapons and the clothing. 30 to 40 million, I think you should be good. I think that on day one, you'll probably need about 10 or 12 million dollars, and you should be able to, get everything in the update. And of course, we don't know how much the heists are going to get us. You could make up that amount within the first heist, and all could be well. So that's how much money I think you're going to need in order to buy everything in this brand new update, the Diamond Casino Heist. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. How much money do you think you're going to need in order to buy everything from this update? Let me know your thoughts, opinions more in the comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Diamond Casino Heist videos that I'm going to be doing over my channel over the next couple of weeks and months. And remember to enter my shark card giveaway if you want a chance at winning $8 million. I'll have a link to that in the description. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.